guys, welcome back to the Football Manager stream save here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. If you're enjoying this stream content, then please come and join me on stream live on Twitch. There's a link in the description down below where you can watch these in their entirety. Of course, you only see very select edited highlights for these YouTube videos, so definitely worth your while coming across and watching it live. But we crack on today after some indifferent results. Of course, we played an entirely rotated 11 against Oxford, so we can disregard that result in total. We don't need to worry about that. We were slightly concerned at the way that Bolton turned it around against us at half-time in the last game in the league, but we were solid against Burton, although they did go down to 10 men after 2 minutes, which certainly didn't help them. We were decent against Plymouth. We were decent against Accrington. Just need to make sure that we don't start a little bit of a downward cycle here. Morale has taken a little bit of a turn with those two last results, but we're hoping to bounce back today. We do get a week's break between every single one of the next 4 league games. So fingers crossed, morale can take a turn, stamina and conditioning can take a turn, and we'll be able to bounce back-to-back games and get some good results. We've got Donny away to start, who are 23rd. Not having a good season should hopefully be a game that we can get a result from. Lincoln at home should maybe yield a point if possible. Pompey away is tough. Fleetwood at home is a game we could maybe get a point against. Gillingham at home is a game we could maybe take a point from. Certainly some games that we should hope to pick some decent points up from in the next few games or so. We currently sit 12th after 5 games. 4 points from the drop, 2 points from the playoffs. It's more over our shoulder that we're looking at the moment rather than going forward. So up the table. So we'll take it game by game. And hopefully, results will start to flow. We shall select our team here then for the next one. Donny away is a game that we got a point from in real life. We hope to get more points from here. They got former Cambridge United man Omar Bogle on the bench. Not Omar Bogle. Former Cambridge man. And former Grimsby man Omar Bogle on the bench. Former Cambridge United player Kyle Noyle is in their starting lineup. Our former right back. Trying to be as creative as we can, but I think this wing play tactic might have to take a back seat sooner rather than later because it doesn't appear like it's working for me. We might need to go back to what we know and what we're more familiar with a more controlled game where we slow it down and try and just work the ball about a bit, because it's what I'm more familiar with as a manager and it's what I think might suit the squad a bit more. But Joe Ironside, he's in, and he flashes a shot past the post as we try and build our own moves in this first half. Go more in depth with it. He's going to shoot from the edge of the box, and Timmy makes a good save. Omar Bogle's going to get to the loose ball, and we can't save it second time around. We trail by a goal to nil away from home at the Keepmoat. Squeezing that in. He reacted quicker than anybody else there, and that's the problem at the minute. We are second best to everything. The shot comes in. I mean, he's just faster than anyone else to get to the loose ball and turns it home from a narrow angle. I think we might have to change tactics, lads. I think we might have to change tactics. Yes, Willow. No, Willow. And there's the through ball opportunity opened up. No, my Bogle's in behind again, and he's buried it. We're going to have to change tactics. It's just not working. It could be in. We've scored one back. Joe Ironside with the goal will encourage the boys. There might be more to come. It might not be over yet. It's good to see a bit of a response. Even if we still plan on tweaking things slightly, it's great to see a bit of a response from the lads to fight back. He's just dominated the defender there at the back post, hasn't he? Absolutely dominated him. That's a good goal. Tight offside, but definitely on. Oh, not even that tight, actually. Definitely on. We've pulled one back. We've encouraged them, and hopefully we can push on. But if he can find a cross that leads to an equalising goal here, or either of them can, then I will let them off. Dodu. Free kick. He might be getting sent here. That looked like a fairly legitimate challenge to me, but Dodu's going to get a yellow card, and Donny are down to 10 for the final few minutes. We'll go attacking, but I don't know as there's enough time left to really make the most of it. We do lose by 2-1 here against Donny, but the second half fight back gives me encouragement. I'll say it would have been nice to win, but it wasn't meant to be. Even in defeat, we still need to make sure we keep morale as high as possible, because obviously that's going to play a big part in what we can do. Charlotte Tracy's twisted his ankle and is out for a few weeks. That is not going to bode well For us now missing 2 of our starting lineup through longer term injury. Sam Smith is on his way back sooner rather than later, but I mean, everybody's got decent relationships around the squad. Afternoon Purity, thank you for the bit, my man. I'm looking forward to this save as well. This save looks like it may well be more of a journeyman, judging by how this season is going so far. I've been really disappointed with Gregor T, actually. Unfortunately. They've got Dan and Lundulu up top, who's very good. Anthony Scully's a capable player as well. Adelican, Lasse Sørensen. They've got some really strong players, Lincoln. Really good players for the level that we're at. We're all sick and tired of getting bad results, so I'll go out there and change that starting now. I'll say the fans turn up through thick and thin, so remember that as you go out there today. They've been supporting us home and away recently where we've not been getting results. They deserve a performance, so put one on for them. Oh, jeez Louise. These thumping goals from distance. How do you set up tactically to stop worldies? Because I don't think you can, really. He's just pinged that, and it's flown tops. This is better. This is better. This is much better. Oh, we can score worldies of our own. Jack Lancaster, we are level. For the first time, we build a nice move with some good possession, and that is a lovely goal, as you say in chat. Digby into Ironside. Nibs back to Ironside. Excellent ball to Lancaster. Could have taken it on a little bit further. Didn't need to. Finds the bottom corner. That didn't take long. That's better. See, we've got good strikers at the club in Sam Smith and Joe Ironside and Harvey Nibs. I kind of want to play 2 up top to try and make the most of them. Dan and Lundulu. Poor positioning from Dimmy there at his near post. And we're not winning our aerial battles in the middle either. And it's only taking 3 minutes for the opposition to go back in front for the 2nd game in a row. We pull it back, but then immediately get, not complacent, but just lack concentration. McGrandles to Scully stands it up, but... This is frustrating at the minute. We show signs, glimpses. Try and just build and stick with a plan so that we can make it work. Iredale's forward. It's a lovely cross, and Harvey Nibs has equalised again. This is a hell of a fucking game. This is what we were doing earlier in the season. The game against Plymouth. The game against Accrington Stanley. Whilst we were leaking goals at the back, we were scoring at the other end as well. And if we can do that, then we will be alright this season. If we can still be this effective going forward, but then we can go and try and solidify at the back, then we should be okay this year. But we've got to stop conceding goals. There have been 4 shots in this game. There have been 4 goals in this game. We could perhaps go fully defensive with our 4 defenders and just try and win that header. No! Why can we not beat Dan and Lundulu in the air? That's a hat-trick for him. Why are we not winning our aerial battles? This isn't good enough. Oh my god. I swear he's not that tall, Dan and Lundulu. Like 6 foot. He's beaten 2 men in the air there to crash that off the underside of the bar. 5'11". He's 5'11". He's on fire, by the way, with 4 goals in 5 games and now a hat-trick. On loan from Southampton. He is a baller, apparently. I mean, our centre-backs, Lloyd Jones, 6'4", 15 jumping reach, 15 heading. Connor Masterson, 6'3", also physically impressive. But Dan and Lundulu at 5'11" is destroying them. Oh, I'm not sure at the minute. Scully gets free. It's just poor marking. It's a hell of a finish. 2 of their 4 goals have been top draw. 2 points above the drop zone now, having played a game more. I have faith in this side, because we know these players can do a job. This is a better side. This is arguably a better side than we had when we were in League One on last year's game. But some of the teams we're coming up against have players of such quality. Gavin Bazunu in goal for Pompey here. John Marcus up top. Ryan Tunnicliffe in their midfield. Miguel Aziz, the Arsenal youngster, is there as well. Some of the sides here in this division are really going to give us a pumping this year. And we just have to be aware that that's going to happen. No pressure, lads. No pressure. I mean, this is a very positive opening half an hour, isn't it? A very positive opening half an hour. So now watch us concede a goal. Penalty. Robertson pushed by Brophy. Told ya. Penalty Portsmouth. Sean Williams will step up. And Sean Williams will tuck it in the bottom corner. For all of our positive play going forward, it's been undone at the back by a mistake. An individual error for which you cannot, as a manager, cater for. Just left it to Brophy. To be fair, has the pace to deal with it. Marcus, that's another mistake from the goalkeeper. He's come for that when there's a defender there. We are not winning our aerial duels from crosses. We're conceding far too many from balls from out wide. Again, a defender gets caught underneath the ball. It's Lloyd Jones. Marcus has dominated him. Keeper's come for it when he should have stayed on his line. And we're going to go 2-0 down here. Counter that. I mean, we've had 17 shots in this game and not scored. So overall, the performance has been good. Just 2 individual mistakes. Idell's picked up a knock. 2 individual mistakes have cost us. Gentlemen, advice please on how to counter the fact that we're not winning our aerial duels. They did play well. We played well offensively in that game, but just couldn't find the goal. Well, we'll give it a go. We've changed the system. We're at home, so we'll try and play positively. We shall see how this system works. But it's been individual errors that have been the problem so far. Nibs is in and should finish and does. It's a start. It's a start. Playing Harvey Nibs in behind is definitely the way forward. Masterson out wide to Willow. That's what he can do and hasn't done so far this season, Willow. That's what he does in real life. Minimal chances for either side in that first half, but it's a half that we lead at the break, which has not been the case for a little while. It's another very even game, as the one was against Portsmouth, but it's not like we haven't given up chances in this game. Fleetwood have gotten in behind and have had really good opportunities to score. And if they were slightly more clinical in front of goal, we probably would have lost this 2 or 3-1. But they've been wasteful. That's another one. They've been wasteful. But we are going to see it through, and we are going to get a 1-0 win. Which will do the world of good for the morale in the squad. I'm not yet convinced by that formation and by that system. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's crack on. Time to go and play Gillingham at home, a side that are also struggling in the league this season. Not necessarily struggling, just inconsistent. See, we run the risk of potentially leaving the 2 up top a little bit isolated if I drop Wes and play a 5-3-2 rather than a 5-2-1-2. That's a lovely ball in behind and he's going to score that. We started brightly but have fallen away a little bit. Mackenzie might be getting sent off here though at half time. It's a second yellow. It's a second yellow. Gillingham are down to 10 men. But are looking to catch us on the counter-attack from the free kick that led to it. I have to be wary that Digby doesn't get himself sent off now as well. And we have both sides with 10. Now's the opportunity to really get at them. We will go attacking and try and open them up now that they're down to 10. Willow with the ball in. Nibs is up. There's the immediate equaliser. His 10th goal of the season. We are level. We might have needed the slice of luck for them to go down to 10 men. But you can only play against what's in front of you, and when there's less in front of you, it's a lovely ball by Wes out wide, to be fair to him. And it's a great ball in by Willow, but take nothing away from the header from Harvey Nibbs. Drawing the arrow, firing it away into the top corner. Right, let's go for it in the second half, gentlemen. Let's go for it in the second half, please. Oh, they've gone down to 10, and we have... Well, they've had more of the ball. Oddly, we're going to get a pen. We're going to get a pen in the 88th minute. Wes Hoolahan from the spot. Now, this is where you need the experience and the composure to do that in a vital moment. We will get the win at home against Gillingham. 10 men Gillingham. But probably only because of the red card. We don't care. It took Burton going down to 10 men early doors for us to really dominate them in our game. But picking up victories in games like this, that's an extra 2 valuable points. We could quite easily have drawn that. With all of our dominance. And they actually had more of the ball, Gillingham, with 10 men than they did with 9. Presumably because they were more cautious with it and tried to keep hold of it a bit more. Steve Evans, of course, believes the referee got it wrong. But well, God. Points like that are going to make the difference between staying up and going down. We refuse to be beaten. What sort of impact do you think getting the goal just before half-time? Responding immediately to their red card and getting the goal before the break with Harvey was huge. That's what football's all about, though, getting a late winner like that. Veteran Hoolahan sets record as Cambridge's oldest goal scorer at 39 years of age and 131 days. He becomes the oldest goal scorer for the club. And with every goal subsequent, he will break his own record. Harvey Nibbs has been called up by Jamaica again, which is great for him, but not for me, because it means he misses league games. We don't get the international breaks. Nibbs is going to be away for the Crew game. He's going to be away. Oh, fuck it. I'm keen to see how Willow does. Not Willow, Iredale. Yes, obsolete. The end goal is to take Cambridge all the way to the top. We won the Europa League twice on FM21 with Cambridge, but we weren't able to win the Premier League or the Champions League, unfortunately. But we did win the Europa League twice. Nibbs might actually be available for this Crew game. He might only miss the Stevenage one. He will. And I'm not that fussed about him missing the Stevenage one. As long as he's available for this one, which it looks like he will be, then we'll be okay. It wants me to swap the 2 strikers around, but I'm not sure about that. They've both played well in their given positions. This is... Oh, it's a lovely ball. It's an excellent interception by Connor Masterson. That's another lovely cross, and they'll still score. Lads, pick your markers up. It's been ruled out, thankfully, for offside, but it's, again, unacceptable. Just not marking in the middle, just leaving men free. See, how is that playing it short in a controlled possession way? It's not, is it? Oh, Okadina! Why is he just throwing that forward? You've got to be disciplined. You've got plenty of options here. Don't just lob it forward. Dimmy's already on his way down before Knight even takes a shot, and he still doesn't get there. Don't know if this team's not very good at football. They're just not very good for this level. I'm sure if we played any of the tactics we've used so far this season in League 2, we'd be fine. Not worked here, has it? That 5-back hasn't worked here at all. Oh, tough, 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 tough. In the Chelsea save, we had the quality to make the system work. In this save, we don't necessarily have the quality to play the way that I want to play. So we're trying to figure out what way best suits the squad that we have, and we haven't figured that out yet. Thank you for the follow, Asian, as well. Welcome to the channel, mate. Harrison Dunn gives us the lead from the corner. Lancaster. We haven't scored many set pieces this year, have we? Dunk's done well there, though. That is a very good header into the top corner. We'll take it. We lead by a goal to 0. Yeah, literally, Dane. That's the situation we find ourselves in a minute. Our squad really isn't great for League 1. We started with 4-4-2, Vinny, and it was doing okay. We got a couple of injuries to key players, and we were playing a formation or We were playing a system that I wasn't familiar with. Oh, that's got to be a pen. We're playing a system I wasn't familiar with the wing play, and I don't know whether it suited us or not. 4-4-2 is my go-to for Leagues 1 and 2, to be honest. Lancaster won the pen. Lancaster takes the pen. Lancaster scores the pen. We win, or we lead by 2-0, and we should now see that through. We're going to see this through then. Get a 2-0 win in the Papa John's Trophy. That was a decent result, but an expected result against a side that, to be fair, are having a half-decent season in the league below, but they're not flying. We have top of the table Ipswich, followed by a side that aren't necessarily near the top of the table, but obviously a giant club in Sheffield Wednesday. We're able to get a draw against Wednesday in real life, but I really don't think that that's going to happen here in this save. I could request money, but I'm not in a position where I feel like I need to at the moment. No! Oh.
Hey everyone.
Thanks for the raid, Jack! Oh, you joined literally as we get the news that our starting left-sided defender has picked up a groin strain on international duty against the fucking Solomon Islands, and he's out for 5 to 6 weeks. Thank you for the raid, mate. I appreciate it very much indeed. How is life at Leeds in the network game? It was great to see you guys have the viewing figures that you had. It seemed to go down very well indeed. For those of you that are coming in from Jack's stream, to give you an idea of what's happening here at Cambridge, and with this save that we do every year, I'm a Cambridge fan. Last year, Cambridge United got promoted into League One for the first time in 20 years. So, the squad is not necessarily great for the level that we're at now. Last year, we took over at Cambridge and started the first season there. And we were able to get them to the Premier League and to a decent level in the Premier League, but didn't win the title or the Europa or the Champions League. Sorry, we won 2 Europa Leagues. We won League 1, we won League 2, and we won the playoff. No, we finished second in the Championship on 2 occasions. We kind of went mid-table League 2, League 2 title, just outside the playoffs League 1, League 1 title. Took us 5 years to get from the Championship to the Premier League, working our way up year on year through the table. Finished second in the Championship, got promoted. Then finished 18th in the Premier League and got relegated. Then got back up again and then stayed in the Premier League and were able to build our way up, won 2 Europa League titles, but were never really able to make that jump to challenge for the title. In this save so far, we started brightly and it's been tough. It has been really tough at League 1 level with the squad that we have. We don't have that much depth. We don't have that much quality outside of the starting 11. And it is going to be a real challenge to try and stand a chance this year. We're looking with our parent club Chelsea to try and sign a couple of loanees in January if we can. We'll fully scout all of these 3 players because we've started with a 4-4-2. Indifferent. We then moved to a 5-3-2 at the suggestion of chat. Indifferent. And then we tried a 4-2-3-1 in the most recent cup game, but it was against the side that are in a lower division than us. So it went well, but it's not the sort of game that you can kind of draw a definitive opinion from. The 5-3-2, we got a win against Fleetwood in our first game with it. Then Gillingham went down to 10 men, and we then equalised and won it late on. The 5-3-2 against Crew really didn't seem to work, so we changed it for Stevenage, and it was better. But Burton picking up a win against Morecambe is going to make things more awkward. We're only 4 points above the drop zone at the minute, and we've got top of the table Ipswich, who are flying in the league next, and then Sheffield Wednesday after that. And somehow we have to pick ourselves up after those 2 fixtures back-to-back to then go and play in the relegation zone Shrewsbury and threatened by relegation Morecambe away from home, which are games we absolutely need results from. With regards a Mullin replacement, Alex, we didn't bring anyone in because we didn't have a budget other than Nathan Thomas, who's been, well, shite, unfortunately. The club did bring Sam Smith in permanently on a free after a loan spell a couple of years ago, and he was out on loan in League 2 last year, and he was good for us, but then picked up a 3-month injury with a torn back muscle, which was frustrating. Thankfully, Harvey Nibs has stepped up, as he did last year on FM21, and he's scoring goals for us, but we're just leaky at the back. We are very leaky at the back, and it's just not been... It's not been incredible so far. It's not been incredible. That's probably as best as we can say. Thank you for the follow. Cringe, Claustrophobic, Wabbit, and Nolsey as well. Appreciate it, boys. Welcome in. And Ongonch is essentially a lazy playmaker, not much running involved. Well, for Wes Houlihan, who's 39 and has dead physical stats, a lazy playmaker might suit him down to the ground. Ipswich Town are unbelievable for the level that we're playing at right now. And the pressure is all on them this season and for this fixture. So we shall pray that something happens. Don't expect it, though. Don't expect it. I am a filthy casual when it comes to this game. And I don't have the tactical knowledge to be able to pick apart my side's performance and fix whatever may be going wrong when things go wrong. But we'll give this a go against Ipswich on Wednesday, but I don't think we're going to have much success in the next couple of games. It's going to be building for those games against the sides that are there and around us. He says as we... Oh! I was going to say, he says as we go 1-0 up. Harvey Nibs desperately unlucky with that header down off the line. Board expectations this season are to fight bravely against relegation. So provided we don't get hammered 5-0 every week, even if we go down, we should keep our job. Oh, Shrewsbury are beating MK Dons as well, which is massive. MK Dons challenging for automatic promotion. Shrewsbury trying to stay in the division. We are doing very well. If we keep working till half-time, till full-time, then we might be able to see it through. The GTA Remastered Trilogy isn't really something I'm that interested in, to be honest. I never really got into the GTA franchise until GTA 4. So, I don't really have that emotional... Brophy! I don't have that emotional Brophy! I don't have that emotional connection with Vice City and San Andreas. I do have an emotional connection with us getting a 1-0 lead late doors against Ipswich Town. Brophy off the bench, buries it in the bottom corner. He's got like 2 finishing... But he snuck that one away, and we might just have won it. 7 finishing. Cautious. Please don't just gift them an equaliser. Sin for the 21st month on a 19-month streak. 21 months plus the rest. Thanks for being amazing on and off stream. I appreciate your support, Sin, as ever, as you well know. Is it going to fall for me? Diggers will get this. 5 minutes added on at the end of this game. 5 minutes. Willow can deliver a decent ball. Hasn't on that occasion. Has on that occasion. Oh! Over the bar from Joe Ironside. Oh, God. Highlight after highlight after highlight. I don't like it. Brophy again. Over the bar and wide. The nerves are real when you're in a situation like this. These points are so important for our league campaign. If we can see it through. And it looks like Ipswich is going to go down to 10 men late on as well. We've had that quite regularly so far this season. Teams have been quite ill-disciplined against us, which I think is because we've tended to, since we made the change to try and keep hold of the ball, teams are getting frustrated. We have just won by a 0-0, kept a clean sheet as well against top of the table Ipswich. Outstretched arms, be proud. That was a great win. Those 3 points are massive. How have we just pulled that out the bag? See, I wouldn't have minded losing to Ipswich and losing to Wednesday if it means we beat Shrewsbury and beat Morecambe. It's not necessarily, this might sound batshit crazy, but it's not necessarily the points that matter. It's who the points are against. It's who the points are. If we can win against 2 relegation rivals and pull 3 points clear of both of them, that is giant for the survival campaign. plus the fact that I'm over wage budget and I don't want to risk anything more wage budget wise. Now this is important as well because the board, with our vision, would love us to get to the second round of the FA Cup, and that is a required commitment as well. They're very pleased with our performance in the league so far. My job is very secure, apparently. That's how bad this squad is, technically on paper. We've been performing this inconsistently and getting some really horrid results, and the board is still thrilled with the way that this season is going so far. If we stay up, it will be a miracle. I can't change that. I can't change that team for that. I just can't do it. They deserve the chance to try and replicate it. Another home game, this time against Sheffield Wednesday, two of the biggest clubs in this entire division. Dominic Iorfa, Che Dunkley, Barry Bannon, Callum Patterson, Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Incredible. Lewis Wing on the bench. Have fun and enjoy tonight, lads. It's not very often when you're plying your trade at this level that you get to play clubs the size of Sheffield Wednesday. Just enjoy the match. Oh, if Cambridge get Forest away in the FA Cup, that'd be absolutely banging. Or Notts County, or Derby, or Leicester, or anyone in this region, really. Nibs around the corner to Jack Lancaster. Oh, Jack! He was in! He was properly in. It'd be a great club to start at. The history of that club is massive. For this level, they are giant. Absolutely should be getting promoted in this first season in League One. It would be a challenge because if you struggle, you might come under some pressure if you're not challenging for automatic promotion. Widow has chopped his man. It was clumsy. It certainly was, as it said in commentary. That's really frustrating. Barry Bannon has a decent left foot, and that decent left foot gives Sheffield Wednesday a 1-0 lead. Despite our positive start to the game. But now here comes Wednesday again. Oh, blocked on the line. It's going to rebound about 2 goals in a couple of minutes. It's an own goal by the goalkeeper, apparently. Not that that was anything to do with him. Header off the line by the defender. It's hit. He's on the floor getting up, but it's hit him on the heel and gone in. If Lancaster scores that early chance, it's a different game. But now they can just kind of sit on what they've built and pick us off on the counter if the opportunity arises. Lovely ball by Willow. Lancaster finishes this time. That is the start to the second half we were after. Thank you, Jack. Up the U's. Come on, boys. Thrash arms always motivates them. I never know when to use the bottle one. Yeah, the whole going a bit more direct thing isn't really working, is it? Portsmouth just gone 2-0 up against Ipswich, who've fallen foul to a second defeat after losing to us. We're going to lose to Wednesday, but I tell you what, the second half response there was decent. I'm pleased with that. Pleased with the second half response against a big club that have much better players than us. Much better players than us. So these next two games genuinely could be season defining. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder, Bones Boy. Just drop the defensive line slightly. These next two games could be season defining with regards our relegation battle. 20th placed Morecambe and 21st placed Shrewsbury. If we can beat both of those, at the very least avoid defeat to both of them and maintain a gap, we've got to be happy. We've got to be happy. That, though, is where we will call it for this YouTube video. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed and you're continuing to enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed to the ChesnoidPlays YouTube channel to ensure that you don't miss out on any more of these edited highlights. If you want to watch the streams in full, there's a link in the description down below to Twitch where you can come across and join me. You'll be seeing this on Friday. The next stream is Sunday afternoon. We'll be playing Football Manager and doing a watch-along for the Brazilian Grand Prix in the Formula 1, so certainly not to be missed. Thank you very much for watching, everyone on YouTube. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you next time.